Why am I slurping for this podcast intro, you ask? I anticipated that. Which is why I want to tell you that the only thing you should be drinking out of your Louder with Crowder mug is Black Rifle coffee. There's nothing better to put in this mug. Changed my mind. See what I did there? We are in no way affiliated with Steven Crowder or Louder with Crowder, but I would like to be. I'm just saying. All right, enough of that. I will tweet at Hopper Crowder later today. I'm not going to bore you with that little detail of my life, chasing down Steven Crowder. Seriously, though, Black Rifle coffee. I also feel very awkward holding this microphone in my hand like I am right now in the basement while the underpaid producer films me on his iPhone. This is all very kidnappy. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, 20% off of Black Rifle coffee to try it. A one-time use code, Thin Blue Line, all one word. Save big time when you get in the club, their coffee club. Veteran-owned and operated. Good stuff. The other sponsors I want to mention, partners of the show, Relentless Defender Apparel. Go to relentlessdefender.com/MTC. You can use the code Mike the Cop and get free shipping, like on this cool shirt that I'm wearing and others. If you're not like into the cop shirt thing, they have a whole patriotically correct line. Second Amendment stuff, things that you can wear if you don't want to wear copy stuff. And lastly, if you're looking to do protein, pre-workout, vitamins, minerals, supplements, Millecor, MILLECOR.com. Use the code Mike the Cop, 10% off. So you'll be caffeinated, you'll be good looking, and you will be healthy. That is what this podcast is all about. In today's episode, we get into some funny stuff, including one of the most bizarre sex accidents I think I've ever heard about. So that'll be fun. Grab your beverage of choice and let's get going. Well, I would hope that any American can get behind that, Trump lover or not. I didn't vote for Trump. I had to say that on Twitter again this week. I'm like, guys, for those of you who mistake me for a blind Trump supporter, know this. I didn't even vote for him. So chill out. But I can get behind that.
Did you vote for Mickey Mouse again?
Yes. Pee Wee Herman at this time. It was Pee Wee Herman. What's
Damn
up,
it, Mike.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show.
What's up, bitches?
And we are hot off of a breaking news recording that,
dude, it was
if you are listening to this episode, then you will have hopefully already heard the Kavanaugh special.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
I mean, it is a face-melting, firing on all cylinders.
Hey, Dave, is it 5 o'clock somewhere?
It sure is.
Oh, yes,
nice. Although technically, I do not know. I mean, there's a lot of time zones. I imagine that, of course,
maybe there is. Maybe there isn't. I don't even know. Actually,
yeah.
I'm assuming it's crossed 5 o'clock somewhere.
It will literally be 5 o'clock at some time.
You have your monster going. I guess I don't.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I just wasn't. I guess I wasn't thinking. I've been drinking all morning anyway. So.
Well, it's there if you want it. I don't know what to tell you.
I literally used bullet bourbon
for
my cereal this morning. So, because you know how I like that with my Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so, man, you know what?
Dang it.
What?
I shot a rubber band and it went right above your head. Dude,
did it really?
That would have hurt.
He's got
if that would have hit
UPP
him
over there,
if that would have hit him right here, he would have a Band-Aid like that senator.
The UPP has the rubber band gun.
Is that the double barrel shot? Is that the double
barrel
side by
band
side
gun? Yes.
Yeah, except they don't have.
He's only got one shell though.
Oh. He's like, this is like the apocalypse version where he's only got one shell left,
right,
and he's got to know when he's going to have to use it.
Please don't hit me in the face with that rubber band.
It's gonna happen.
If you hit
podcast,
you know what's gonna happen if you hit me in the face with that?
I'll outrun you. Cause you got a bad knee.
I don't think so.
I'd outrun him.
You know what?
I've improved my running a lot. That's
Actually,
my week in review.
Actually, if that happens, I'll chase you down just so I can watch you guys go at it.
It won't go at it
and
for
I'm
long.
actually pretty quick.
Hey, he went to Open Mat a couple weekends ago.
I know.
Ask him how long it's going to last if I don't want it to last very long.
That's what she said.
All right, so let's cue the weekend review because we got some catching up to do.
We got catching up.
We got catching up to do. Because this. Oh, that's so loud.
This is the
so loud.
week
in review.
Sorry.
Wow. Man. Well, that was abrupt.
Well,
That was abrupt. What
wow.
the heck?
I don't know what happened there. I don't hear my voice anymore.
We're a year into this podcast, and we still have technical difficulties every single freaking
And that's why
time.
we have an underpaid producer.
Yes.
Because he hasn't earned the merit of
Wait
being
a second. I realize we can't call him underpaid.
Here's the
Should
thing.
it be deservedly paid at this point?
Well, we know that he's the UPP.
If we
but
say
he is
underpaid,
not.
we're saying he deserves more than he gets.
No. Well, okay.
We're saying he's underpaid.
Well,
I say we
what
change it to DPP.
what he won't be is the OPP. He will not be the overpaid producer.
Never.
He will not even be down with
Ow!
OPP.
All right.
We can
Doesn't
review.
actually
Do
hurt
it.
that
We
bad.
can review.
Do it. No, don't shoot me. Don't shoot.
Give me all
just
your
not a-
monster.
All right, hand me the rubber
you
band
see?
No, I'm not giving you the rubber band back.
No, you
find
don't
another
deserve
one.
the shell.
What do you mean you'll find another one? Where'd that come from?
back. My flash drive.
Oh my gosh.
Probably
he's
not
got some
not
real
storing
problems.
any information for us.
I don't need the gun.
Oh,
You just gave him the damn band-aid or a rubber band back.
That was the other one.
that was with his
Yeah,
finger
that
though.
one.
His finger shooting.
Finger shooting sounds horrible. Don't
Yeah.
ever say that again. Please don't ever say that again. Well,
Yeah.
unless we're off camera or on camera. No, you know what? Say it. Just say
Just
it.
say it. I love it. Okay, so again, I need you to go to Days so bad, dude.
Dude, October 13th, man. It's happening. We're 2 weeks away.
I can't stand the every other week thing, man. It's killing me. It's killing me.
Honestly, and I'm going to say this right here, I would love to start doing 2 a week.
I would love to just be
I'm talking about chicks, bro.
in the same 2 chicks at one time,
bro.
bro.
Brah.
Bruh, we're talking 2 chicks at one time.
That could never end badly. Ever.
Yes, it could. yes, it
In
could.
my situation, it would end badly every single time. But I'm just saying, like, in general, yeah,
There's no good ending to that.
there is no good ending.
Because the ending, as it were, is never really
The end.
the ending. Yeah.
So, okay, so we can review. Talk to
Dude,
me,
yeah.
Goose.
If I die, please take my dog. Please make dog tags for me because I don't really have them.
Dude,
I
that's
need
one
you
of
to
the best.
make dog tags for me, and I want you to throw them into, you know what, the Huron River, where I fish.
What I love, what I love about that, if you remember the scene, dude, pull up the scene. Yeah, pull up the scene. Just the
Scene.
you know what? Do I have
you
to
never
do this?
seen
Pull
Seen
up
what? I'm not
Top
listening.
Gun?
Top Gun.
I've never seen Top Gun.
I'm not listening, he said.
What the what is? And that's why you know what?
Do you
part
not care
deserve
about this
it?
show?
The final dog fight?
No,
Or
no. I
opening?
want to
Wow.
hear. No, Goose dies.
No, throw.
Bathroom or shower area, like a locker room. The music that plays.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's see if it pops up.
Well, there's
See
an
if-
ad going on now.
of course, right? There's got to be where he's literally sitting there in his tighty whities, standing there. Is that?
I don't know if this. I've never seen the movie.
Well,
This needs
but
to-
you should
this
be able to
needs to be-
see on.
I
This
don't
needs to
think
be
I-
rectified.
They're making another one.
We should be able to see this now.
We already know that.
You are seeing it now. Aren't you?
Yeah.
No,
we're
I'm
not
seeing.
seeing
We're
anything.
seeing our beautiful faces now.
God, we are beautiful.
This is just music.
Distracting.
Memories, yes, this.
Memories extended. Is it just the music though?
Oh yes, this is it. Yes,
Oh man, this is somber. Will you play this?
I'm living it.
Make dog tags for me,
Yeah.
and then I want you to throw them in where I bass fish.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I forgot how sad this was. Isn't there a scene where he drives over
To McGillis's house.
McGillis? Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
how this is
think,
just
so
the
here we are.
background.
Here we are reminiscing, as the green smoke, like water smoke, like extends, and he's just holding on to Goose. Yeah, I know. Look, there it is.
Don't make me look.
Waiting. Don't make me look at it. And my favorite part about this, well, I mean, besides the fact that it's
This is definitely getting flagged.
I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah,
This
oh,
is
yeah.
just happening. Though. Why?
is that he's in.
I feel like he just hit the ejection button all over again.
I know, and then
Oh gosh.
falls lifelessly to the ocean, and so they cut to Tom Cruise gratuitously with his no shoulders. I don't know if you've ever noticed that about Tom Cruise. He has no shoulder muscles.
Really?
In his tighty whities. Yeah, it's hilarious. You'll notice it now every time. And in the locker room, and he's so upset. And the major or whoever comes over, and he's like, "You gotta forget about him, Maverick." You know,
He's googling Tom Cruise no shoulder muscles.
Yes, look, no shoulders.
Why does
Look,
he look
no
so
shoulders.
weird?
Go to the
So
one in the middle of the
shoulders.
dog tags.
You're blocking the camera,
So
man.
sorry. Well, most people are listening anyway.
Go
No
to where?
The one with the dog tags hanging. That one.
Yeah,
That's,
no shoulders.
That's what he's talking about.
He's got no shoulders. So, but yeah, so he's in the scene. He's blah blah blah. He's like, "You gotta let him go, Maverick." And I'm thinking, it's been like 20 minutes. The guy, he literally
held his
showered
lifeless
he
body
showered
in the
the
ocean.
blood off of him. It's been 20 minutes.
You gotta let him go.
You gotta let him go.
Everything moves so fast.
I think
in
it
the
actually
movies.
took me several years to realize, like, wait, that's ridiculous. You
That's
know,
terrible advice.
it's the worst advice ever. The time of
I
mourning.
bet Lindsey Graham has as much shoulder definition as Tom Cruise.
Yeah. Oh,
I feel like they look the
absolutely.
same shirtless.
Oh, absolutely.
Do a Lindsey Graham shirtless. Google that.
I don't want
You don't know what you're gonna
Please,
find, but you
please.
have to do
I'm
it.
so scared.
You see that he has no shoulders, though, right? He's got no shoulders.
No, you're right. You're right. Lindsey Graham shirtless.
Why are we putting this? If you've never Googled that, guys, you have to. But just know that there's a tub scene with little ducks. Holy crap!
Patreon supporters just are like, this was worth every dime I've ever donated.
It is so good.
What the heck? Wait, is this really him?
No, that's not
I don't
him.
know who the hell that guy is, but that is absolutely 100% him.
I'm so glad.
That was worth the risk,
The
everybody.
Photoshop face
When
is
you
so
start
good.
typing in shirtless senator names, that's a risk, but I am so glad we took it.
Oh my
The
gosh.
whole question is,
That was
what was the
wonderful.
context of this picture? Whether this was Photoshopped
It's definitely Photoshopped.
or not.
I think.
Well,
Maybe
Oh
not.
my gosh, that is fantastic.
But think about it. Who
Yeah,
was
what's-
taking this photo? Like, what was this for?
what was the original photo for, and why? You know,
Need the backstory.
And how did you catch that? Like, how did you come across that?
How did we
out of that.
even get on the Tom Cruise thing? What were we talking about?
I can't go back that far. I think we
I don't
really
know, man. But
lost
that
it.
was so worth it. That
What?
was so
Okay, we can
funny.
review.
What happened?
I don't know. We
What
just,
did we start
It just
reviewing?
happened.
Dog
it just
tags,
happened.
something, throw them in the
Yeah,
Huron
I know,
River.
but
I don't know.
You were talking about your dog tags, throwing them in the Huron River.
Yeah,
You
but
were
it was
making
some-
dog
yeah, but it was because he
Because
brought
of
up.
yeah,
I don't even know
That's
what
all
just
that I
happened.
remembered.
and we're not going to go back now. But the
I don't-
listeners can go back.
The
They
listeners can go back to
well,
be
how the
reminded
hell this
what
happened?
Yeah.
They go, and then they're going to go back and go, oh, those guys are idiots.
Somebody's going to send us email just to let you know. Here's how it happened.
Yeah.
Here's what.
And I
here's
wanna
what
know.
happened. I would like. Please
Yeah.
let us know how we got off track.
How did this happen?
in the weekend review? How did all of a sudden? How did we start talking about something that
Yeah.
led to
Did you
Tom
guys
Cruise?
just hear my stomach growl?
No.
No.
Holy crap!
Oh my gosh.
Dude,
Then-
that was
then we-
intense. It went
shut
for
up.
like 30 seconds.
Then we end up talking about throwing my dog tags in my bass fishing hole.
And the song
And
plays.
It's a
we-
bash fishing hole.
Bass.
Just asking.
and then into staring at a photoshopped or not photo of Lindsey Graham in a tub with ducks.
with
I highly doubt that
ducks,
was
with
Photoshopped.
ducklings.
Not rubber duckies, real ducks.
That was fantastic.
Anyway.
Well worth it.
Okay. I need you to go to Days.
Yes. I will.
We we really
I'm planning on
we
it.
really
October
need
13th.
The 13th.
we need to get this podcast rolling, man.
I agree 100%, man. I have a good time.
It's time to
I love
double
the interaction.
down. It's time to double down on the freaking podcast.
Oh, let me double down on
and
this.
get it going.
Because I know we're doing week in review, Let me double down
Midgets.
on the dibble doubles
Midgets.
about midgets. Let's talk about midgets. No.
How funny was that clip? I laughed at
Dude, yeah, it was something else, man. Okay, so anyway, you can talk because I wanted to bring up that you're probably talking about in your week in review about getting pepper sprayed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. Go ahead, do your thing.
Well, so the reason I said that I want it every week is because even though we put out a podcast every week, we're not connecting every week in
Right.
person, and that sucks because the weekend reviews get all jumbled up, man.
I know,
There's a lot going on.
and we're the greatest guys that each of us knows. So why would we not
Why would we not want to share our weeks with everybody
all the time, every day,
every time, all the time?
all the days?
So I wish there was 8 days.
There should be.
The
8
Beatles
days.
had
You know
the
what?
right idea.
If we get big enough, we'll create an 8th day.
We will create an 8th day.
And on the 8th day-
nothing can stop us.
On the 8th day, the Off the Cuff podcast.
Create an 8th day.
created.
We
yeah.
changed the time of the other days.
That's
Yeah.
not how calendars work.
We just changed the calendar. You just alter it.
Yeah.
It'll balance out.
We can do anything. We're going to be so huge.
We're so huge, nothing can stop us.
Yeah. How is this not a problem? How is he not seeing this?
I don't understand why he can't get this.
We would be going to bed. When
No,
it's light out.
we're talking about.
What would we call our day?
We're not talking about the Mayan calendar. I don't want to go to bed.
What's the name of this day?
Oh, wow, good question.
Midgets.
Octaday. Octaday. It's the 8th day.
Yeah, I like it.
Octaday.
Today.
Octaday. Easy to pronounce in all languages.
You know what? Screw
Octaday?
it. Well, let's go further than that. Premonoctaday. And it is our day.
It is our day, and we will take it.
We will take the
By
day.
right. By way of right.
It is my right as the creator of the Premonoctaday.
We will take it. Celebrate Prima Nocta Day.
Got some real
Celebrate.
problems.
Why are we advocating the...
How did we do this again?
Gosh.
Okay.
Anyway. Okay. So what have I been up to? The main... I'll just get to the meat of it, as it were.
Keep trying to. He's
Why are you trying to make me sad with the photo?
I'm gonna watch Top Gun again. I'm gonna do it up north.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in. And you need to watch... He needs to watch Top Gun for the first time. Why'd you take our
He's
screen
one
off?
big
That way I
great
can look things up
disappointment.
without you looking at it.
Oh, dang it. Okay. So the main thing was wrapping up my fitness challenge. So I had to go to Houston for that.
How did that go?
It went very well.
Who won?
Me.
That's because you're a winner, Mike.
Thank you.
You're a winner.
Thank you. It was by a narrow margin. So again, for people that maybe
You're being nice.
you missed the details of
That
this.
just made me messed up.
We did the Cooper standards. It was vertical jump, followed by sit-ups. You get a short break, then you do a 300-meter sprint. Another short break, you do push-ups, and then you get a break, and then you do a 1.5-mile run. And the challenge was we did our benchmarks June 22nd, and our competition wasn't against each other's numbers.
Right. You were
It
battling
was-
yourself.
It was the most improved on your numbers.
Yeah, you were battling past Mike.
Yes. I literally was
You
trying
went-
to defeat
You went to war.
myself.
Yeah, with past
In the
with
past.
history, Mike.
Yes.
Yeah, you went to war with
I
him.
came face to face with myself in the past,
Yeah, that's what you did, and you
which
won.
is pretty
So-
epic.
And you won.
I am instituting prima nocta.
I can get behind that.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
So, yeah, I was worried because the way the numbers shook out, it's, you kind of reach a point where it's hard to improve much, vastly.
Yeah, right.
So if
Especially
you,
for you.
yeah, it was hard, but I was pleasantly surprised. Now here's what I did was I really focused on jiu-jitsu. What stood out to me, the first test, was that I had been doing nothing but jiu-jitsu, and the fact that I was able to complete the test and go about my life and do okay on exercises that I don't ever focus on, I was like,
Well, you ran a few times.
sometimes.
but
every-
you
here
didn't
and
make
there-
a habit of it.
Yeah,
Here
but
and
here
there.
and there
Yeah.
he did that. So.
But I was like, wow, jiu-jitsu really does translate very well to an overall fitness level.
I would agree, absolutely.
specifics, sure, not necessarily, because you're not training specifics.
Yeah.
But as an overall way to stay fit, it's good.
Yeah.
And I kind of pushed that theory to the limit because I never retested myself. What I did was, all right, here's the days that I'm training, and if I couldn't make jiu-jitsu for some reason, then I would replace it with a run or sprinting or do some push-ups or pull-ups or whatever else. And that's it. And then I was able to improve in every area except the vertical jump. My vertical jump was still 21 inches. It was the same.
Still 48 inches.
Yes. So that was it. So I improved in every area. My most shocking improvement to me was the 1.5 mile run. I went from 15:18 to 14 flat. I shaved a minute and 18 seconds off
just
of
a minute.
slow. It's still slow, but it is what it is. So what I agreed to was we had already agreed that the loser was going to get OC sprayed. That as a way to just
Make it
build hype, behind it, all that stuff. And we raised enough money. We said, okay, we're not going to show the loser getting sprayed if we don't raise $1,000. So we got the $1,000 to go live for the spraying.
Yeah.
But we said if we doubled that, the winner would do it too. So, and we didn't know who the winner was going to be.
Right.
So we raised $2,000, which means not only were we going to go live, but the winner was going to get sprayed. And then we added another caveat for $500 for another guy. They donated $1,000. The next company donated $1,000. And so we raised over $5,000, but I got pepper sprayed, and it was, I knew it was going to be bad.
Yeah.
Because I've been sprayed before.
Yeah.
And I recall how bad it was, but I didn't really recall the actual.
Dude, stop.
I know you say this
Stop
every
coughing.
episode, so shut up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why you do that.
I have a medical.
Everyone's mad at you
I have a
now.
medical issue that you're mocking. We'll get to your medical issue later in your weekend review.
Yeah, we will.
You old freaking man, disease man.
I got polyps.
I got the polyps.
So pepper sprayed.
Yeah, so I back when I got originally pepper sprayed, which would have been early 2010, wintertime, snow on the ground, was when I was sprayed.
That
And
actually would be a better time to get sprayed.
it was.
than
I stuck
in the
my face
summer.
in the snow.
Yeah, and plus the cool air.
Yeah, it was
general.
all right. Now, that time, those turds opened my eyes. Somebody held my eyes open from behind while they sprayed my eyeballs. So I think I got it pretty bad then, too. But, yeah, I did not remember. And I was kind of, like, happy at first because we did the chugging a beer thing. So we're like, oh, get sprayed, blink, then drink. That was the thing. Like, blink your eyes, then chug your beer. And I was making it through the beer, and I finished, and I'm like, wow, this isn't that bad.
And then
Thank goodness. And then all of a sudden it was like it went from not that bad to please submerge me in ice water until this is over.
Yeah.
Bad. And I just had to get the hose over. It gets the hose again. I never wanted to be in a well so bad.
Yeah.
I wanted to get the hose again.
And again and again.
It takes the spray in the face it's got to be your bull. Get out. Yeah, so pepper spray. It was terrible.
Well, and then, of course, on Instagram, or no, was it Facebook? I posted I remember my first beer.
Yes.
And then you put out the challenge to me, and I was like, well, shit, but which I would seriously take. I will tell you this. The last time I was pepper sprayed has been a long, long time. And in the Army was way worse than at the time than pepper spray was. Although it was more short lived.
Were you gassed? Was it was it a
gassed.
spray?
Yeah, it was gassed.
Yeah.
Which at that time was way worse, but it didn't last nearly as long. And then I've been
Does it
sprayed
burn
too.
the lungs? Is that what? Is there a
It
burning
just-
sensation
it
inside?
Feels like you're dying.
Ouch.
Where
That's not good.
It's horrible, and I don't do well with any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, somebody's pepper spray broke open in roll call, and he was sitting at the front, and he had, I don't know how he I don't know how we discovered it, but well, it started coming out. Obviously, you could feel like all of a sudden, you know how that is. You start getting
That
restricted.
tickle in
You're
your
like,
throat
what the
there.
hell is that? You know, and I had gone because at that time we were going up to the front to get our subpoenas. They would call our name, and we'd go get the subpoenas and bring it back, which was new and it didn't last long. It doesn't matter, but I remember putting my hand. I put my hand on the table, but that's where it had spilled. It broke open.
Oh boy!
And I didn't. Nobody knew it. So I'm here like this, and you wipe your eyes or whatever you do.
Oh man!
And so all of a sudden I'm like, what is going on? And everyone's like, oh my gosh, we got to get out of here. And I'm like, no, I think I'm dying. Like I had gotten it.
I think I'm dying.
It took
Don't leave me.
I was off the road for 45 minutes just from that small amount because I do so poorly with that stuff. I do so poorly.
People do have different reactions to it because
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
have different levels of tolerance for the
Aren't there people
active
who are
ingredients.
completely immune? to
I've
pepper
seen
spray?
that.
There are
I've
some
actually-
people who
I've actually
would
seen
have
that.
very much effect with
Yeah.
it. Now, the speaking of Facebook, I don't know if you kept up, and we're in a little secret Facebook group thing, but either way, I don't know if you kept up in there. Somebody says, "Oh yeah, well try like, yeah, you think you're whatever, try this," and I'm like, so I call them out and say like, literally, why don't you? You know what you should do is you should do this. You should get sprayed, chug a beer, and do it for charity. How about you raise some money? See if you raise as much as I do, pal.
Yeah.
And
of course.
and then of course the response was after 2 days. Now his coworkers saw it and were like, "We're going to give him so much crap," because he was talking smack to
of
to
course.
me. It wasn't like you who is like just joking around. He was shit talking.
Yeah, he was being a jerk.
So
A jerky face.
I gave it back to him, Mr. Jerky McJerkerson.
What happened?
So this guy's like, "Yeah, try this brand of thing." Like,
Oh yeah.
and
Like
and
somehow
so
you
I-
wouldn't be able to handle this stuff.
Yeah. So then, like I would totally have not been able to chug my beer, or,
It's all miserable. So
it's
okay.
all misery. So then a day goes by. Finally, he answers. He's like, "Well, first of all,
Of course.
I've been there and done that, so I'm not going to do it again. Second of all, I don't drink, so there's that. And third, I don't dance for anyone on demand." My response was,
I have to keep doing that.
"Oh, so you're a bitch."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
very simple. And then people piled on, and I loved it.
Yeah,
I loved
'cause it's
watching
great.
it because it's exactly what he was. He's a bitch.
That's like that guy who I called out about the fight, about saying, "Hey, look, let's meet," and he never
Right.
ever
so
got back.
then, in that same group, someone brings it to my attention that there was somebody in a corrections group on Facebook. Somebody shared my video of getting pepper sprayed, and somebody's like, "This guy's supposedly a cop and acting like this is the first time he's gotten sprayed."
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So here's my response. I actually video recorded. I'm not in that group. I gave this video to people in the group. I said, "Why don't you pass this along?"
Yeah.
This is what I did.
Hey, Eric Carter. Yes, supposed cop. I suppose you would have no reason to believe that I've been a cop since 2009, so whatever. But anyway, the challenge here is that only one of us has actually been pepper sprayed in the face on camera, chugging a beer for charity. So I'm not sure if you're picking up on the fact that that's me and not you. But that's my challenge to you, is instead of being a keyboard warrior on Facebook to criticize someone for doing something good for the law enforcement community, I challenge you to get pepper sprayed in the face, chug a beer, and raise money for a cause that you believe in that gives back to the law enforcement community. How's that? Sincerely, a supposed cop, Mike.
Mike. Supposed cop.
So the
Mike.
supposed cop, as if because
Did he respond?
No, as if because I've been pepper sprayed before, I shouldn't react the same way the next time it happens.
You should be acclimated.
Why
to-
is my volume all jacked up right now?
I don't know. Yeah, you do sound a little weird. Probably because you
sounds-
played that video
Which is weird because you don't sound.
right into your microphone. It probably adjusted the level of the microphone.
I think you sound great still.
I don't even know what that means. But can you fix me?
Do you sound?
Am I
a little-
fixable?
There's no fixing you, man.
Okay.
Are
Anyway,
you too quiet?
Yeah, so
I am now.
I-
No, now I'm too loud. I don't know what the deal is with this. This board is a blessing and a curse. I'll tell you what.
I feel like
I feel like it's
feel like it's
user error.
just you.
Maybe,
Because
but probably not.
You mean how you just talk, Mike?
I think it's this room. I think these it picks up.
You're being too nice.
I'm
It's the
picking up a
underpaid
lot of
producer's
things.
fault.
But anyway,
I really think that it's that these microphones.
Yeah.
We need to upgrade to the
SM7Bs, baby.
yeah.
The
It would
XJ
cha- it would change.
XJ3000s.
It would change our lives.
Yeah, we need to upgrade mics.
But
that would Okay.
be like
We can upgrade you,
$900.
Mike.
Okay, so I guess that was like the main part of my week. I'm glad that I came out of it saying I will never do two things on purpose again. Run a mile and a half
Mm-hmm. That sucks.
or be pepper sprayed.
Yeah, I mean that's
But
horrible.
But I have come out of this fitness challenge inspired to continue to do stuff beyond jiu-jitsu.
It's great to do that. Yeah.
Calisthenics, though, I really I have seen such a tremendous difference in my physical fitness level by adding in calisthenics again into my life, like push-ups, pull-ups. Pull-ups are
Well, what
really
about-
really good exercise. It's convenient, and I really want to live sort of like with this like no excuses mindset. And there is no excuse for me to not be able to do strength training that's body weight oriented. That keeps me happy. I enjoy that.
Excuse me, jeez. Is that I know.
Whoa.
Is that your
That was uncensored.
I know.
It was almost pornographic.
I did my best. Wow. That's why I'm not wearing pants. But like for me, I added weight training. Is there something is there a reason that you would rather just do like body resistant calisthenics, like you said, push-ups?
I feel
and
like
that kind of thing?
whatever regimen that I follow, it creates a no excuses environment for me, or no excuses reasoning.
Yeah.
Like,
I see.
I can literally do
like you may not be able
those-
to hit the gym, but you can.
I can always, like, there's literally no excuse. Even though I had to miss jiu-jitsu today for this podcast or whatever else, there is no excuse for me to not do something today, even if I couldn't go to the gym or whatever. No, I guess I could remedy that if I wanted to have, like, a home gym and get some equipment and do that. But still, I just get really bored with that. I don't enjoy it. And I don't feel like I need it either. I feel like I can develop a lot of strength and coordinated flexibility, all that combined with calisthenics. And I think it translates very, very well into law enforcement work. I think it just overall, I enjoy it. And I think that the results that you can get from it are pretty doggone phenomenal. And I really want to explore pushing myself to those limits more as far as strength training goes with body weight. I really want to pursue. Out of this fitness
not a
challenge
bad idea.
came two lessons. One, jiu-jitsu is really, really effective even for an overall general physical preparedness type test, because that's my main thing that I did. And it proved that the results can come. Two is body weight training I really enjoy it, and I think that I have a lot more improvement to do that I can focus on without excuse.
For me, because I would rather weight train, do weights, and although I've even had to adjust that the older I get, as my body starts breaking down. I've even found myself having to use like machines more than just free weight, because I used to just do free weights, and there are times where I can't do that now because of like arthritis here or there, and I'm still able to do that, but I find that because of my game, my jiu-jitsu game, so the things that I do are more focused on not on necessarily my fitness as they are on what's going to make my jiu-jitsu game stronger. And so, of course, jiu-jitsu will do that, but I found that weight training for me, because my game is a quote-unquote tight, Python-esque type game. So weight training actually helps me with that. It enables me to control people better and that kind of stuff. So it's jiu-jitsu, man. Like, everybody's jiu-jitsu is different. The way we prepare for jiu-jitsu is different. So, and I think it all works. I'm glad that works for you. For me, I wouldn't be able to do that because I can't really do push-ups anymore because of the way my shoulders are. But I can do all kinds of other things with my shoulders.
To me, it would seem like that body weight training would actually be easier on your shoulders in terms of like you could set up whether it's a couple of chairs or whatever and really like focus on the range of motion in your shoulders.
Yeah, but
and
that's
working
it
that.
doesn't work that way. Not
But
with
I'm not
my
a
arthritis.
physiologist either,
right?
so
So for me, like
people are like, are these morons that are
these idiots here.
They don't know anything about the human body.
You know what I do know?
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
I do know
morons.
that I'm getting older and that I have to adjust the way I exercise and do things. So for
Well,
me,
Completely different story for me.
well, see, because you're young.
Well,
and-
kind of. Actually, no.
and
I can't do
dumb.
push-ups very well either.
Well, it's for me. It's not that I can't do them well. I can do them, but it hurts. So I can get like I can't really do free weight bench pressing either now.
Yeah.
Just because of the motion. It's the motion. So, but I can get on and do the machine and push it this way.
Yeah. See, I feel
way
like there's a lot
easier.
to learn in the body weight area because, like, working up to like a 1-arm pull-up, for example, it's the same principle in weights, right? Like low rep, high weight. You can do the same principle with low leverage, low rep.
Yeah.
In body weight. And to me, like, I really don't like if I could do a set of 5 handstand push-ups or something, like the pinnacle of like push-ups, like you're pretty strong.
Yeah.
when you do that. Like,
Well, see,
and it's fun. It's just more fun to me to do body weight training.
But weirdly enough, I can do military presses all day, so I can push weight like that, but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to do 15 push-ups, I would be wrecked for 3 days.
Really?
Yeah, it's that bad.
Wow.
Yeah. So again, it's just range of motion. It's just
Yeah, my knee did better than I thought it was going to do.
Do you have a trick knee? I
have
love
a-
that. You have a trick knee.
I have a bad knee.
You say you have a trick knee.
Yeah, trick. It's a trick. But once my legs, you have the soreness from the run itself, and then once that kind of like died off a couple days later, then it was like, oh boy, yeah, my knee does hurt.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that'll do it.
and it's been sore this week, and I've only trained once this week just because it's been really bothering me.
Yeah.
So like, all right, let's let it feel a little bit better and then get to it. But anyway,
Well,
that's
so what
that's
else
the
has
main
been?
thing. That's been a lot. We made some content. Like, I think honestly, we put out some really good videos this week. The Glock Assembly Challenge was fun and really well done. The chugging a beer while getting pepper sprayed video turned out great. The UPP actually did some of his best work ever, editing wise, I think.
There's a major surprise right there.
Shocking, I know.
I'm actually really good at editing.
So anyway, yeah,
Believe it or not.
that's been the main
Well, I mean,
thrust
you
of
would have to do a lot of editing because
But
your
I
your initial
could never
run
do
at
my
it is
week in
not-
review. What the heck, man?
I haven't done mine either.
I thought you did do yours.
No, I just been talking about the
You
fitness
just
challenge.
haven't.
getting
You
OC
just haven't
sprayed.
been listening.
Yeah, thanks a lot, pal.
Unbelievable.
I know.
All right, so was that it for you?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's,
I'm
you know
listening
what?
to you.
That's the main. That's the main thing. That's like really because I was like preparing for that. I went on the trip, and I went early, so because I went on another podcast. I think I told you that, the Unlighten Me podcast. I trained at Henzo Gracie Houston, again with BJJ Cop, and then went over to Jason Powell's house, who does the podcast Unlighten Me. That went like 3 hours. We talked about just about everything. It's very much like our format in the terms of like, hey, this is like whatever topics.
I
come through.
loved your IG post about where would you sit? What table would you sit at?
Oh my gosh! I
I
knew
was-
exactly what would happen.
I'm so glad because
yes.
I was literally like laughing out loud at times because it is amazing. And so of course I had to post like just something completely ridiculous because it was to the point where it's like some guys. I did you read what I put in there? So I
no.
it was so dumb. So if you haven't
Did you
seen
pick a
Mike's-
fight in there with the tactical
No,
people?
absolutely, I did not. I absolutely did not do that. However, so Mike had posted this weird thing on IG about and it's like a restaurant.
It was going
floor
all over
plan.
like pro gun pages and stuff like that I got it from.
Oh my gosh! And they're like, he's like, where would you sit? And the answers on there were so ridiculous. Like
Every seat, I think, got an answer.
yeah,
Probably.
I would do this because of this, and this. And I was laughing because I'm thinking, at what point are you just going to enjoy your freaking food? Like, so obviously I can't find my thing right now, but I'm like, I like did something like trick question. I wouldn't even go in. I would have the server bring my food to me. Like, and then I was like, and then I would use them as a body shield as I
takeaway.
Then I said
in an armored car.
No, it was like I would use the employees as a shield as I meandered back in. I said I would look over at table G4 because I got a lot of votes. I would do a double wink, so that they knew that I was blue, and then I was like, but I would only speak to the wait staff in sign language so that I didn't take over up any comms, and I would never use the bathroom to lose tactical advantage, and then I wouldn't eat the food anyway in the likely chance that it had been poisoned by suspects, by bad guys. So like that's how bad it was.
So if
it
you're
was
just
so
listening
ridiculous.
and you're not going to see this, you can go to my Instagram obviously and look at it, or Facebook or whatever. But it's this map of a restaurant, and all the seats at a table are like each table is lettered and each seat is numbered.
So
and it was
ridiculous.
like from a concealed carry or a tactical standpoint, which seat do you choose and why? So it's got the doors and where the kitchen is and all this stuff like mapped out. And there was literally. Almost 2,000 comments, I think, and counting right now on Instagram. Same on Facebook of people debating and cheering what they
1,500
do.
comments, dude. It was so ridiculous.
Yeah.
And there was some stuff that I was like, are you who goes into a restaurant? Like I go into a restaurant and I just don't like to have my back towards the door. That's
Right.
it. I just don't want to have my back towards the door.
Right.
And so but some of the response, it was just hilarious. The tactical part. Anyway, sorry, I had to say something because once again, Mike is at it again.
There is nothing I can post that will not be controversial and not have an argument break
And there was
out.
a lot of like controversy on,
yeah.
And one guy's like, no brainer, G4 or something like that. I'm like, what are you talking about? But the
As
whole
if
thing
there's a
reminded me
right
'cause-
answer on
because
where to sit in a
I think it was
restaurant.
BJJ Cobb that was like, I don't know who's got the hottest waitress. Like, what section has the hottest waitress or something? So it's just so stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
So,
I would sit closest to the kitchen because my food's the hottest.
Yeah,
Sort of thing. I don't know. What the heck?
I would stay away from the
A lot
the
of people
crapper.
put a lot of thought into their answer.
so much. So
Took it very seriously.
Oh, so my week in review did the last time we got together was 2 weeks ago when my car had broken down. Did we ever talk about what happened after that?
Speaking of a car breaking down.
Oh, that's right.
My truck broke down.
Your
car?
truck.
Yeah, my Malibu.
Yeah, his truck.
Listen, if you guys can call an
All right,
SUV
anyways,
a truck,
Just shut up and keep talking.
no,
Freaking you and
my
your
truck
sedan.
broke down. My Malibu, I call it a truck now.
It's sedan.
It's a truck.
It is a sedan.
On the registration, it is.
A truck?
No,
What is it on the registration?
it might be a sedan on the registration, but that doesn't matter. What matters is what I call it.
No, it is not. What
Yes,
is
it
the
is.
definition?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, what is your
all
truck on the
meaningless.
registration?
I'm going to stab you.
It's all meaningless. It's 2018. I feel like it's a truck.
Oh, all right.
Okay, I can't argue with that.
And
I could never
apparently
argue with
I
that.
pretended it was a truck when I drove through a giant pile of water and it stalled out.
Well,
Which caused me, which is part of my week in review, to have to, after I had been editing for like 4 or 5 hours straight, and then I was taking an online
Rough
class.
life.
very physically
Rough
demanding.
life.
I was taking a CPR online class.
He
and then
almost
I was
had
like,
to go
you know
without
what?
a beverage during
Listen,
that time.
I said,
He had to pee 3 times.
Taste.
I
the
was
beverage.
like, I'm gonna have this cookie. I ate a cookie, and then and then you know what happens?
Rough life of editor.
I have to run all the way through the neighborhood in the pouring rain.
It was raining a lot. I'll give him
And
that.
knee-high water, like literally right beneath your shin. Like I had to sprint over there because if I didn't get, my grandpa was with them, and his car was about to flood in the street, and he had his keys on him.
because you had to push it or something?
Yeah, and that car wouldn't have been able to then push through the rest of the water. It would have just absolutely wrecked it.
Yeah.
And so I was
Why
like,
is that area so bad with flooding?
It's
my
terrible.
when my mom lived in that area,
Terrible.
that general area, it was horrible.
Yeah.
And
if
so-
if it's a hard rain, even it doesn't have to be even as bad as it was the other day. If it's like a downpour,
Yeah.
our street's going to be the water will come into our yard. It will just flood the street, and it's just
doesn't make
the
any
the
sense.
drain
Dude, I
system
had
is
to,
This
like-
has never been good.
not good.
I had to run over there, and I wanted to throw up that cookie so bad the entire time because I literally scarfed down a cookie right before I go for like a mile and almost a half run
That's
to
like
go get you
like
guys.
him doing like when you have to bring somebody back with Narcan.
Yes.
Like he ate the cookie, he took the heroin, and then he got the shot of Narcan was him having to run, so he wasn't able to enjoy it. You know what I mean?
Killed the buzz.
Killed the
cookie
buzz.
buzz for sure.
Killed his cookie buzz with
So then-
running Narcan.
So yeah, my car is out of Sherry's car is out
Yeah,
of
it
commission
wasn't
right
his
now.
car.
Mrs.
My
Mike
mom's
the cop
pretty
is
pissed.
down a car, thanks to me, because I viewed it as a truck.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you thought it was a truck. It's
So-
not. That's why.
So here I am. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, we died like in the middle of an intersection. So I'm like, all right. Well, I got to push it out of the way. I open my door. I put my hand down, and it goes above my watch. And I'm like, okay, this is an issue, right? This is the thing. So I'm sitting in the driver's seat. I take my shoes off. I take my socks off, rolling up my pants. Now my dad is in the car. He's watching this. He sees me doing this.
Yeah.
Now you would think that he understands what's going on.
Yeah.
So I step out. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Well, we can't stay here. I'm going to push the car off out of the intersection, right?" So I said, "Steer." So I pushed through the water, right? Again, this is close up to my knees, and I'm pushing the car so that he steers it over to the side. And by that time, he runs over, and then Sherry had got my
Sick.
dad's car through whatever over by our house and over into this part of the neighborhood to get my
Unbelievable.
dad to drive home, right?
Yeah.
And so then my dad steps out of the car and then looks down like, what the heck? Like his shoes are soaking wet. And I'm like, did you not just pay attention to the last 10 minutes?
What was he thinking when he opened the door
Well,
and
my
there
shoes
was water?
are all wet. And it wasn't just standing water. It was running water
Yeah.
flowing down the street.
Oh my god.
We could have white water rafted home.
You're like, what the heck?
Yeah, when he stepped out of the car, he was like, ugh. And I was like, what did you? I was like, what did
Oh
you
my
expect?
gosh, that's
you see us all out here, don't you?
Yeah.
You saw me take my shoes off.
You see me I had to swim away from this.
I literally swam behind the car so that you could steer it to the side. Yeah, so that was also part of my weekend review where it intersected with him.
Wow.
But he had the week before, in this time that he discovered he is a 19-year-old mentally, emotionally, but physically he's 67.
So, I was diagnosed.
Oh good lord, here
with-
we go.
He was. It's a true story. I was there.
So, it was Sunday morning, and I have this job at our church where I have to stay there for both the services, and thankfully there were other people there. But I was like, my stomach hurts really bad, and it was kind of happening the day before. But I was like, you know what? It's probably gas or something. Like I don't want to overthink it, and so I was at church, and I'm like,
wait.
What is this?
I don't know. Hold on.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. I'm so glad I reached you. This is Teresa Goldstein calling from Sirius XM.
Oh.
Just so you know, this call may be recorded for quality assurance. Is this Miss?
Yeah, are you able to give me a call back?
Yes, sir. Morning or evening would be better.
Evening would be great.
Oh yeah.
Because I want the
Oh
series.
yeah. Oh.
I'm sorry, you have to deal with that. So
That's so fun.
Oh my God.
we're actually doing a live podcast right now.
Daddy!
and so-
stop!
Stop, dude. So are you able to call back in the evening, ma'am?
Yeah, Mr. David, I sure will. But if we can be of further assistance before then, call us at 866-891-4487. And you have a
Is this supposed to be
wonderful-
bleeding?
Thank you. Bye
All
bye.
right, bye-bye.
You are a bastard,
Dude.
It was one person I actually
There's-
wanted to talk to.
There are people here who bring their kid here for homeschooling, and I was talking to them, and they're like, yeah, sometimes I can hear you guys through the wall.
Oh
That
my
is
god.
You know what's
That is
crazy?
a Patreon extra.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy?
Bleeping out your name.
We had to bleep out your name at 46 minutes last time, and now we have to bleep out Dave's name at 46 minutes this time. So anyways, so my stomach really
out
hurt. My stomach really hurt,
Uh-huh.
and so I decided to leave church and go home and lay down. And I'm laying there,
Sickly child.
and literally, like, as
He
soon
was
as I
like,
stand up,
the kid in Scrooge.
I stand up for like 60
Timmy?
seconds,
Yeah, little Timmy.
and I turn into like a ghost, and I feel disgusting. And so we go to the hospital, like the ER, wait there forever, and
It actually wasn't that long.
yeah,
Very effective.
it
there
wasn't that long.
At this one. I can't
And
tell
I
you
got
where because
iodine.
it's a good kept secret.
Yeah.
I got
get
iodine pumped into my blood for that CAT scan or whatever.
They gave him a CAT scan.
Yeah, they had to find out what was wrong with me. My blood and urine samples came back completely normal. Like my white blood cell
They
count
wouldn't even
was
give me a
normal and
CAT
everything.
scan. I have abdomen issues every single day.
Yeah. I don't know what to
All
tell
right.
you about
I'm
Anyways,
the worst doctor ever.
Yep.
I'll
So I
punch him
get
right
there-
in his face.
Apparently.
so when they do that, it literally felt like my junk was put into a microwave. I'm not kidding. He told
My
me.
junk.
He told me
junk was
the
put in
guy
a
was
microwave.
like, the guy was like, all right, you're gonna feel a little warm sensation, and I thought he just meant
On
my
your
arm,
penis.
but no, he said, yeah, people literally freak out thinking that they peed themselves during the thing. It literally everything down there was just
And it turns
warm.
out he did.
Oh, I did that.
He's
but it
like,
was just
this
'cause I
is
was
literally
nervous.
the first
Yeah,
time
I
that
didn't wanna
anyone's
talk
ever
about it.
actually done this.
Oh, you actually peed yourself.
That's new.
So, turns out, I have a disease that people over 60.
I don't know if I would call it is it a disease or
It
a
is a
condition?
disease. It is a disease.
What is it?
It actually
What is it?
Diverticulitis.
Oh, you have. Oh my gosh, that is young for.
Right, that's what they said.
He's like, it's actually really abnormal for people your age to get this.
but not completely uncommon for older people either.
Yeah,
So
it
No,
happens in-
it happens in like 60% of people over
Yeah.
the age of 60 or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, but
yeah,
Yeah,
and there's not a lot you can do about it either.
no,
There's
there's literally
nothing you
nothing.
can do.
The only thing
no,
you
I
can
meant
do,
like for as far as eating and that kind of stuff. It's nothing
you-
really.
well, I can't eat popcorn anymore.
Right.
That sucks.
It's not true. You
You
can't eat
can.
popcorn anymore.
I can, but it's not advised, and we don't know what inflames
That's the
it.
thing is they have no idea what causes it. They have no idea what fixes it.
And the only solution is if it gets bad enough to restructure my colon, and I'll be
Yeah,
put it on
why-
a colostomy bag.
Think about this.
Not
Why
necessarily.
Why is the stuff? First
It's
of all, he's
lower,
going
though.
a little bit overboard on this.
But dude,
He's a little. He's what we would call extra right now.
I'm saying, man,
He's discussing this over a pumpkin spice latte.
You're talking to a guy whose brother has stomach cancer. So I think you're doing okay. You're doing okay.
Seem to be doing all right. You're hanging in there.
I can't believe you're still alive, but well done. So
You're still with us, so we got that.
yeah, there is that. So he's like, damn it, I can't really say anything.
Yeah,
about
what are you
it.
gonna say to that?
I threw it out.
Yeah, you tossed the cancer card right on the screen.
Right there. So do you have more for your week in review? Because I haven't done mine yet. I've been just completely shut
This is
down.
what happens when we go 2
I
weeks.
know.
I'm sick. I'm really sick right now.
Everyone's gonna be like, "What is wrong with that
He
guy?"
bounced right back. You threw the cancer card
yeah.
down, and
he's back again.
He's right back.
No,
I'm
just-
sick.
I'm sick.
I'm sick. I'm sick.
No, I am like I have a sinus problem right now. I'm not saying it's
called
life
allergies.
or death, but
You live in Michigan and you have allergies.
it's pretty bad.
Because we dropped down into the 40s.
It is getting
Like
bad.
it was a quick temp drop, and
Like in a matter of
boom.
2 days. Boom.
Yes, and then all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh,
Yeah. That
Yeah,
is
because I
true.
remember
That's why we're all
like last year.
pure Michigan."
Last year I went to the doctors and because I thought that I had like strep or something, and he's like, no, I know what's wrong with you. I was like, what? He's like, you just have really bad year-round allergies.
I went last year.
He
'cause I thought
said
I
he's
had
like, it's
bronchitis.
severe.
I'm like, man, I'm having a real hard time here. I went to the doctors, and she was like, "No, you just got allergies."
Isn't that
I'm like,
weird?
"Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yeah."
My dad's
Which makes you
genes
feel
have
better in
made
some
me
way, but-
completely defective. You know the thing about
How
the
come my volume
diverticulitis
changed
that
again?
pisses me off
He does
is
have
that if this happened forever ago, I'd probably be dead right now.
Forever ago. What does that even mean?
At least
Like
he's not a
if it happened in like
hypochondriac.
the 1800s, I would be so weak. If this happened
You'd
during
be
the
dead.
apocalypse,
Yeah,
your
your diverticulate would have exploded.
I would be dead.
You'd be dead.
exploded.
I would be
just
the
like
reason
that.
everybody dies. Don't take me on our apocalyptic trip anymore because
Note
I'd
this.
be
Note
dead.
this. He is voluntarily.
No. We need food.
Not
I can't
infected
eat
food.
his diverticulate.
You're right. I'm not going to
You
eat your
want-
sickly body.
Yeah. What are we
You want to
going to do?
consume your
My whole
sickly flesh?
digestive
gonna
tract to be
Dine
in
on
your
his
mouth.
weak meat.
Yeah, if I want to get weaker, I'll eat you. Jeez.
So the trick is to kill
Microwave
the
junk on a
strongest.
stick.
To kill the. You know what?
he would have wanted it this way.
Can we title the? He hates my titles. See, like right now, I want to title this episode "Microwaved Junk on a Stick."
Yeah, that's scary.
But that's just an inside joke now.
Yeah, it
So
is.
why would people click on that? What are we going to call this? This is stupid.
I don't know. Well, we haven't finished yet.
You
We
know
can-
what?
we
Let's
can call
stop
it
titling them. Let's just number them.
One of the
Off the
funny-
cuff, 56.
One of the
Wow.
funniest things
I like
that's
your
ever
style.
happened.
Your face and your intense.
One of the funniest
Maybe.
when you're talking about eating the weakest person in the office. Dwight talks about having a baby in the womb. He's like, and it turns out I absorbed the fetus, and so now
right.
I have the full strength of a man and a small baby.
That's right.
So that was funny.
My week in review. Remember, I had car problems.
Yes,
my
last
car broke
time
down like a
I had to
half
pick you
mile
up.
from here. Yeah.
Yes.
It appeared so bad at the time that I thought maybe it was actually the radiator because it was just sprayed all over. But it was a heater hose, and I couldn't find the problem initially because the engine's hot and it's got spray mist and all that stuff. So I. When it cooled down after the podcast, the diversity team picked me up. I put water in it and I drove it.
Yeah.
Until it overheated again, and I got about 8 miles. Parked it. I waited. We went back that night. I put water in it. We got it a good amount even further, about 12 miles. I had to park it. Left it overnight. Went there in the morning, did it again, got it all the way home. Then I was finally able to find out it was a heater hose and it had like a 3.5-inch split in it. Then all of a sudden I'm going, how did it last that long?
You pissed off. I know exactly what happened. You pissed off midgets, and they crawled into your car and sliced your heater hose.
Son of a bee sting. That's exactly what happened.
Is there any other logical explanation?
There's
No.
Thank you.
I can't believe that happened. Well, they went.
Why
under
don't they
the
put
hood.
me on a Senate Judiciary Committee? I'd get to the bottom of this stuff.
Well, however, there is no corroborating
It's
evidence.
midgets.
I cut through the noise.
You just
You
they would
you
pan.
literally you split the noise.
They would literally just
I am
pan
bipartisan,
to Mike
right
every
down.
time, and they would just say, and he'd just be like, midgets. It's midgets.
They're like,
You know who probably did sexually assault somebody? Midgets.
midgets. We're gonna have some coalition against us.
That's such a terrible thing.
It was so ridiculous. So
It's a working theory.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's science, but it is fact.
Just because it's not science
doesn't mean
it's not fact.
Yeah.
Man,
So
this
I
old
found out
piece
it
of
was
leather
a
is still talking.
Wow.
old piece of leather. So I did get back and I replaced it.
Look
I
at how-
replaced the lower hose.
He
and-
looks so sickly. Sorry.
It's just
Okay,
horrible.
we're distracted back to last week's episode.
Yeah, don't
All right,
do it.
anyways.
Don't do it. So yeah, I was trying to get that going again. It was just such a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? So I bought the Durango used. It had almost 100,000 miles on it when I bought it.
Nice. You've had it a while too.
I've had it for a while. I put almost 80,000 miles on it. Mm-hmm. And so
That's what the diversity team should be driving around instead of piling the miles on the Silverado.
I
bro.
already told her.
Good.
So she just says doesn't like driving it, and I don't blame her. She wants to drive a new truck. I get it, but so this thing is like just been this guy, Anyway, so I'm working on this thing. I roll the window down because you got to do whatever. I start rolling it up again. My window on my driver's side breaks. It cracks. It's a big crack. It cracks in
apart.
it. I'm like, what the? So, but when I got the
Have
engine
you checked
rebuilt,
the interior of the door for midgets?
no, but I'm pretty sure they stuffed something down there to
Yes.
screw it up,
I agree.
like a sock or something. I don't know. Well, the dumb thing is it somehow came off the kilter,
The track.
It came off track, but not fully. So when you started rolling it up, the rubber seal on the outside was all of a sudden on the inside, and it bogged it down. And I think that the pressure went and it cracked, and so it's like this real weird circle thing. It's the dumbest thing. So now I can't roll my window down without like being that guy who's got to like roll it up a little bit and pull it back, roll it up and pull it. You know what I mean? Like to keep it on track. Anyway, so I got this thing at 100,000 miles. Didn't know at the time that it had a rebuilt engine. Matter of fact, like not even 1,000 miles on this rebuilt engine when I first bought it. And matter of fact, the dealership didn't know either. What I think happened was it blew a head gasket because for almost 80,000 miles I've been driving this thing. I already know that there's been oil in the coolant, which is not a good thing. I think when they rebuilt it, they just did a horrible job. They didn't even care because I was pulling out gasket from my radiator.
Oh, that's not
So
good.
yeah, when you'd open the radiator cap, there's actually black gasket.
I'm not a car guy,
there.
and I know
yeah,
that's
but
bad.
yeah. And so I would have to take a pair of needle nose pliers and pull it out, and actually we'd pull out a lot. So I think that was the head gasket.
That's what she.
It is exactly what she said, and oil. So I actually did a flush for my at my dad's house. He helped me out. We took the thermostat out. We did put a seal bed on it. We flushed it all out. So we'll see how it goes, but it's still just a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm at the point again where I go, I'm just trying to get another year out of it. You know how you do that? Like if your car's like going to crap, you always go, I'm just trying to get another year out of it. And of course, in a year, if it's working fine, you don't say that. But so
Right.
there's only 2 levels, right? Well, there's 3 levels. There's it's dead. You know, there's I'm just trying to get another year out of it.
My car's had probably around $3
dude-
grand worth of repairs in the last 4 years.
Yeah, see,
Well, yeah, but your car we got
my car-
in 2010, so it's
That boy is,
coming up on 9 years old,
and it's still kicking.
and basically we've just
it could last another 5 years.
we've just
probably.
continued to take care of it. You get the oil changed, get once a year it goes to the shop for like kind of like an overhaul look, and you kind of fix. Like he just did that. Like what was it, like $1,400 in repairs.
holy crap!
But that was bumper to bumper, man. And now you got new tires on it.
Yeah.
So like, it's only got how many miles? Got 112.
116.
Oh, 116. But it could probably go to 200,000 miles if you keep taking care of it. It could probably go a while.
That's still that's
And
the
we
problem
bought
is
that car
maintenance
for
is
about
still a lot of money.
$3,500. Dude.
Yeah, it's still a lot of money though. Like
yeah,
I
but
bought
compare that to a car payment.
I agree, but like if you figure that out,
Cost of car plus
Well, let's
repairs
see.
in that have probably been about $8,000.
$8,000.
Upkeep and the cost of the car.
How long have you had it?
Coming up on, it'll be 9 years in March.
And what would that be in months? 100.
9 times 12. 18.
102? 100.
100,
Hold on.
108.
I'll do the math.
108 months.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
$74 a month is what the vehicle actually is really costing you,
Yeah.
which is good. Again, so you figure that out. Yeah, I think it's good. So
Yeah.
But will it always? Yes, it will. It costs you in $74 a month on average. But it costs you in pain in the ass portion of having to get it fixed at times too. But my Durango's actually been really good. So it's never actually nickeled and dimed me. Like the radiator issue. It wasn't even a radiator. Like I said, it was just a hose. It's the little things like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I've actually been pretty fortunate so far. I don't remember how long I've owned the thing for at least 5 years now. But yeah, it's been a good truck. I'm just kind of getting to the point where I may want to get something more reliable, so I got to figure out how to do that. So
Yeah. Well,
I'm scared.
all right. So, anything else?
We can review. Just been working on my house. I'm almost done. Honestly,
Good. You can start on mine next.
It's been a long
You
road.
need
just
to sell
talk-
your house.
Yeah, we were just talking about it last night. Do we refinance the house and just fix it up the way we want it for the long haul, or do we move? And we were looking at like Monroe County, and man, do you get so much more house for the dollar, and all your insurances go down. Car insurance goes down, property taxes go down, license plate
I
renewal
think it all
goes
depends
down.
because it's a seller's market right now.
Yeah, at the moment
So,
still. Yep, for sure.
So it's a seller's market, but you still got to buy a house. So like
Exactly. Right. Exactly. So it's just a matter of we wouldn't be doing it any like I would wait till next year anyway sometime, but it's still the point of like, man, we were kind of like sketching out the cost of redoing the entire kitchen.
Yeah.
Which is sort of like the hub of the house, really.
And
when you think about
that's
it.
why I did my own stuff because it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot.
But
of
I
money.
don't have the skill you do.
Right.
I could not redo my kitchen.
Right.
I couldn't like.
I could probably do it.
I maxed out my skill in just changing the countertop, and that was with my father-in-law's help. That wasn't like me doing it all by myself either. Like I can I laid the floor.
He's not very
Which
handy.
It
It
still,
is- I mean, it's-
still
it is
had
what
some
it is. I mean-
imperfections in it. Where I look back at the job and be like, man, I wish I could redo that part. Because
You would be surprised that even professionals, like you can go back and go,
Yeah,
there's
so
like little things. So
it's a big decision. Like, do we try to go find another house that's sort of like that
do you
move in,
like where you
move in
live?
ready? I like where we live.
because
Right now, I like it, but there's a lot of our neighborhood emerged in the 70s.
yeah,
And a lot of our neighbors are original homeowners, and when they go, it's to be determined what direction this neighborhood's going to go. Is it going to, be worse? Is it going to stay the same? Is it going to get better? I don't know. You know, like, it's hard to beat the neighbors and the people we have around us. It's hard to beat.
But how long is that going to last?
Exactly.
Right?
Like, how long will that go?
But I can tell you this.
And I want to have a little bit more property, man. To be honest with you, I'd like to have a little bit more space to enjoy. But that's not the critical thing for us. But right now, like, we had the whole family over for dinner and hanging out. It's like
you have your family
with grandkids and everything growing up. It's like, wow, we kind of want to make sure we have the space to have the big
you also
family
want to
gatherings
be around family enough so that it's not a pain for them to.
But
try
locationally,
to travel.
man, right now, like we're close to all the major expressways. We're not far from the airport. Like,
no, you're
live in a pretty good spot. Like locationally. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, I can say that if you were to redo your house like I did mine, it's like literally like moving. Like our place is so different than when we first started.
I am convinced, one way or the other, whether it was remodel or whether it was move, I've done so much in my life as far as housing and moving and all that stuff. I wouldn't do it again. So I would contract somebody to do it, and then I would deal with the fact that there's a mess in my house while they're working on it. But I would not lift a finger. I would just pay to have it done. Like, my time is at this point in my life, I would just have a plan, and somebody's going to come in and execute the plan.
That's the difference.
And
My time is worth nothing. I already know this. Literally
Here's the
nothing.
difference between you and me, Mike.
Like, you could literally trade a sack of wet soil for my time. That's just what it's worth.
Oh yeah, well, we've discovered the difference between us. That and tattoos. I've been wanting to get tattoos.
Wait, why did Sherry text my wife and ask if I shaved my freaking arms? Does this look like I shaved my arms?
No, what the conversation was, like, Sherry's friends. So Sherry's friends,
What an odd text.
for her birthday, pooled some money together and say, like, listen, your birthday present is we're taking you out to get a tattoo.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
That's
she
a
knows,
great idea.
She
I like
knows
that.
what she's gonna get. She's gonna get an owl. It's something related with her mom, who died a couple years ago. So
In an owl attack.
in a freak owl accident. Thank God she doesn't listen to our show. She might be offended right now.
Yeah,
But-
well, you know what? I wish she did at this point.
but that's what you get.
'Cause then I wouldn't have
for
said
not
it.
listening to our show.
Yeah.
We will mock
Yeah.
even the death of your loved ones.
If she listened to the show, I would never have said that.
So she's gonna get this tattoo, right? So she hasn't got it yet. So we were talking, and I'm like, yeah, I want a tattoo. And she's like, I would love a full sleeve, even. Like,
I want a sleeve.
Yeah, right.
I do want one really bad.
Yeah, with a microphone on it or something, like headphones.
Ooh, and a
Dwight Schrute.
keyboard.
You want Dwight Schrute on your shoulder?
I'd
I
never
would
get a
so
tattoo
get Dwight
with
Schrute on my shoulder.
Do you even know what you would get on a sleeve?
No, but I
Me
think
either. That's the problem.
I think a tattoos on my arm would look freaking awesome.
Whatever you do, don't shave your arms because
So-
you'll get questioned.
Okay, so I have two things that I know that I would be willing to put on my body, right? A cross of some kind, or I've long thought some form of a symbol that represents the Trinity. So these are sort of like this religious sort of symbology. Like, I put that on my body. I don't know. Maybe my shoulders. Do I get a big cross all the way down to my navel to my neck and just go for it? No regrets. Spell
No
it wrong.
regrets.
Yeah, whatever. Do I go big? Do I just put it on my shoulders? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I've been debating, but I'm like, yeah, I would love a sleeve. Like, I see people, I'm like, man, that's cool looking. But what would I put there? I don't know.
Well,
and
but
then
this-
I told Sherry, I was like, and then I had to shave my arm. She's like, why? And I'm like, so you can see my tats, And she's like, Dave doesn't shave his arms, and he's got a sleeve on his arm. I'm like, are we sure that Dave doesn't shave his arms? I don't know. And she's like, no, I don't think Dave shaves his arms. And I'm like, well, I think that maybe I would want to shave my arms so people can see my tattoos. I don't know. She's like, so that's why she probably texted. I didn't even know. I was like, well, text Joyce. Let's get a definitive answer on this.
But you can see just fine. I don't shave my arms, but you can still
yeah,
see them just
I
fine.
clearly
Yeah.
see it now.
Now, yeah.
I can see
wasn't
your
there
tattoos,
at the time, so I can understand.
But you also have a lighter hair set than I do. Mine's a little bit darker,
You
but I think you
so.
still see
Well,
it.
and this is from time. That's from the passage of time. There's a white frosty element to the follicles on my arm.
Yeah. So whatever. My beard is very gray, but my hair on my arms is still very
Dude,
dark.
I used to have the coolest beard. I used to have a beard that had gray. It was like 50-50. It was cool.
I used to have the coolest beard.
I did. It had this like straight, like it was symmetrically gray in one area that was like this weird thing. I was like, this thing is awesome, and now it's just all crap. That's not true. I can grow a mean beard, but it doesn't look as cool.
Great Odin's beard.
Yeah, it would have seriously been as epic as that.
I can't grow a beard for crap.
This is true.
I don't think I'll ever be able to grow a beard.
It's probably your diverticulitis.
Yeah. Yeah, your body's trying to divert all of its energies to fight your disease.
I
Can't grow hair.
I can
Your
grow
lymphoma.
all here, but then as soon as it gets right underneath my chin, it's like a patch of nothing.
Yeah.
And then
You gotta want it. That's
and
the
then
problem.
right here, there's
You
nothing.
don't want it like we do.
That's right. You gotta
Maybe.
will. You gotta
Maybe.
will a good beard to grow. All right. So you said you've been writing down some stuff that's caught your attention. We
Dude.
can talk about on the podcast. So.
Yeah, and I sent you
did?
one.
11:58, by the way.
Okay.
You're 11:50.
We've been going for an hour and 9 minutes.
Oh, that's nothing.
What I thought was interesting, there's an article out of New York. A record bust, enough fentanyl to kill 32 million people, was seized in Queens.
Yikes.
It was 270 pounds of fentanyl. Can you believe that?
That's a lot of fentanyl.
That's a lot of fentanyl, man, because it only takes a drop to kill somebody. So they actually figured out.
Can fentanyl be? Maybe you know this. I actually don't know the answer to this question, but I'm actually curious because fentanyl is super potent, right?
Yes.
So if heroin is cut with fentanyl,
That's what
this has
we've been
a
seeing.
huge problem.
Yeah.
Right. We've seen a huge spike in overdoses in Metro Detroit, at least, with this influx of fentanyl laced.
Yeah.
Because everybody cuts it to.
Okay, what were you going to ask about fentanyl? Come on.
What I was going to ask was, can it be weaponized? Like, could someone? Because fentanyl, it's fairly
question, I
accessible,
think.
right? Could it be weaponized in a way that would? Because we're talking like if people get it on their hands and wipe their face, or it gets in their lungs,
System,
their system. You know
saying
that
they could weaponize it, yeah.
I think that you could. I think you'd have to be careful on how you
it can
do that.
immediately send you into an overdose, right? Like we've seen cops have that, like where they touch the heroin, and then that fentanyl or carfentanyl
like
gets
we
in
have
their system.
we have Narcan in our locker rooms
Carfentanyl
now.
is worse than fentanyl, right? Carfentanyl
Yeah.
is like the elephant tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Like that stuff is super potent, and it only takes like a very minimal exposure to send you into an overdose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And it's not that fentanyl's not like
Yeah,
can't do
that's
the
the
same
first
thing,
thing
but
that
you're right,
pops
the
up
carpet-
is carfentanyl. That's what people are really talking about.
So my next one is I have beef here.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't want to go on that. I don't care about that anymore.
Okay.
I don't care about that.
You don't care about the mass attacks possible from carfentanyl. So noted.
I
say nay.
A nay.
And we say nay.
Because this one's even more important.
Rock.
This
We
is
are but men.
this is more of an atrocity. What I'm about to bring up is
It's the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. Look into my eyes, it's easy to see.
One and one makes two, two and one makes three. It is destiny. Once every 100,000 years or so, and the sun doth shine and the moon doth glow, and the dust doth.
it doesn't sound anything like this song.
And I said nay. We are but men. Rock, rock. All right, we don't care about carfentanyl. Moving on.
Yeah, no. This here, what I'm about to talk about, is a epidemic 10 times worse than the fentanyl issue that we have.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Midgets.
Firefighter leaves his wedding to fight a fire.
Oh, you did send me that.
Yeah, it is 10 times more of an atrocity than fentanyl ever has been. And I'm going to go over this. This happened in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Firefighters make great
Well, there's
sacrifices.
a fire, don't you
to
know?
serve don't you know? So this
There's people,
idiot.
there's people burning over there, don't you know?
Don't you
Oh
know?
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Somehow they're of Irish
He
descent.
sounded
as
like
well.
some mythical creature.
He didn't even sound like a Canadian.
Channel.
Canadian? We're talking Minnesota.
It literally sounds like the guy from the Lucky Charms commercial.
Lucky Charms.
Oh, my Lucky Charms.
Here we are in Minnesota.
No, Dave, do it again.
I can't now.
Dance,
God,
boy.
you're killing me,
That's
man.
so much better.
Oh my God. So this couple was getting married, and this gives you a.
They were getting married at the firehouse, too.
Yes, because this gives you a inside look of what's really happening here.
Firefighters love their stickers and their red trucks. They
Well-
really want you to know they're firemen.
Well,
The license
apparently,
plate,
I
the
think
truck, the stickers, the shirt.
and the light, always lights. But I think they were supposed to get married at a place. It didn't work out, so they get married at this fire station. First of all, first mistake. You're an idiot. Stop it. You're an idiot.
Stop it. Get some
So
help.
this guy, they say, Jeremy had his bride Chris had already rolled with the punches once when they lost their venue weeks before the wedding. Decided to move their ceremony to the fire station.
Why did they lose their
We
venue?
talked about it. What if there's a call? Chris has said. I was like, you can let the other guys go. You're not leaving our wedding. Completely reasonable. So what
know, is it
happens
though?
after the wedding? There's going to be the reception. They start taking pictures. A fire comes out in a different jurisdiction. They were asking for a little bit of support. So what does he do? He gives her the look, and she says, "Go ahead." You know what? This is a travesty. You are an idiot.
Travis.
When you are dead, long from now, nobody's ever going to care. And I'll tell you why. Because there's always somebody to replace you. You are not that important where you have to leave your stupid ass wedding
Well, if
to go
if
fight
it's a
a
stupid ass
fire.
wedding, why not leave?
Stupid ass. You are a dumbass. You're an idiot. You don't leave your freaking wedding, you stupid ass. That's the dumbest thing I've ever
Very
heard.
passionate about this story.
I am, because you know what?
I agree with Dave, though. You don't just
You're an
abandon your
idiot.
wedding for when somebody else could
Yeah,
go.
why would
and-
you do
Yeah,
that?
but you're going to be with her. You're committed to her. Why not go save some people?
It's the dumbest shit ever.
Why not go save some people?
It is stupid because
Why
you're not
not?
saving anybody.
You're not
It was
answering
a
the question.
It was a stupid house fire.
People needed rescue.
They didn't know. They just needed somebody to put flames out. It's ridiculous.
Anybody,
It was
literally
ridiculous.
anyone can squirt water.
Yeah, I can
You
throw
don't need
water.
me.
You know
I
what'd
could
be
throw
great?
my monster drink at a fire.
As if he
and
got,
put it out.
as if he got there and the fire was gone. It's just like
It probably was. He's an idiot. There's somebody to. You didn't
What if
have
he's a
to
listener
go.
to the podcast, Dave?
Well, he's out of here. Get out. Get out. I don't even want to hear from you ever. You know what? I want to hear from you. You call your ass in here because I want to talk to you.
the one person
You're
that
an
gave us a
idiot.
negative review on
Yeah.
iTunes.
Yeah,
That's
get the
who
one
it is.
thumb down. The guy's like,
Besides that one guy.
jerks. You know, seriously, you don't leave your wedding. You're not that important. You are not that important. Your priority is your wedding day. You leave it for you're not that gallant. You're an idiot. You're a dumbass. I'm sorry, I am passionate. Damn it.
You're very passionate about this.
That guy's an idiot, and his wife's stupid too. Sorry.
What's going on over there?
So anyway,
his
let's move
wife
on
is
to the next thing.
Well, yeah, you got a list,
We
man.
didn't have like a
Yeah, no, this was a good one too. This is
Dave,
manifesto
a Dave
over there.
rants segment.
you know what really grinds my gears? Court
What really,
refuses.
should we title it that? What really grinds our gears? But we're not really talking about what really grinds our gears. Only Dave's talking about
Yeah,
that.
that's
still
okay.
funny.
It's okay.
You need to just title the
It
episode.
should just be grind my gears.
Court refuses trial by combat.
Wait, what?
A court has rejected a 60-year-old man's attempt to invoke the ancient right to trial by combat rather than pay a 25-pound fine for a minor motoring offense.
Is this in the UK?
Yeah. So apparently Leon Humphreys remained adamant yesterday that his right to fight a champion nominated by the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency
How cool is
was
that?
still valid under European human rights legislation. He said it would have been a reasonable way to settle the matter.
What happened?
How
Isn't that
cool would
the
that be if you
best?
could settle your traffic tickets by challenging people to a combat situation?
And he was denied that. He was denied his prima nocta rights. Can you believe that happened?
This battle is mine by rights.
Just pulls out a sword.
Can you believe that? I thought it was hilarious. And another one. My last one, because this is the news hour. And we just bring the news. That's all we're doing. We're bringing the news.
Unbiased.
Now, unbiased. I may have gone on a slight tangent.
There was
about
no
the
bias
firefighter.
whatsoever in your firefighter.
No, it wasn't.
None.
Because no.
So unbiased to anybody who's not biased looking at it.
Yeah,
and
that's going to
judging.
be the title of
There-
the
there
clip.
may have
is
been
gonna
a
be
s-
firefighter leaves wedding, and
slight-
it's going to be Dave like all angry.
There may have been there may have been
That is a perfect clip. Is Dave ranting about this firefighter?
It's going to be like 3 minutes long, but it's perfect.
He's going to hear about it. I
may be
guarantee you, this firefighter
I
is
hope
going
so.
to hear this story.
I hope so.
And
hope
I am in the
so.
clear because I did not judge him.
That's true. You didn't. I didn't judge him.
Oh, you judged him. You are judging
called his
McJudgerson.
wife a
I may
stupid
I may have
That's pretty judgy,
I
Dave.
may have slightly judged him, his family, and his entire existence, but I didn't judge him as a whole, except for all of it. That's all I did.
Existence. His entire existence. You said I didn't
called it
judge
a
him
question.
as a whole.
You basically said that you wish God never made him.
Those aren't my words. Those are yours. Now, my last article is couple hospitalized after man. Now, this one is more rated R. Couple hospitalized after man gets his head stuck in his wife's vagina. Now,
What was going on?
I'm telling you, I'm bringing the news to you.
What happened to that lady in the past that a head could get in there?
Now, a couple was transported to the hospital in a very awkward position last night after a man somehow got his head stuck in his wife's vagina during a strange sexual game.
I'd say that's pretty strange.
You know
What'll
what?
fit in there?
But you know
I
what?
don't know.
What's
but-
interesting is the facts.
Can we title this "The World's Biggest Vagina"?
What's interesting is the statistics that come from this article. Tom and Janice Morrison, a young couple from the small town of Greensboro in Alabama, called 911 after
Of course
10 p.m.
it's Alabama.
last night to ask for an ambulance. Samantha Irving, the operator who took the call,
Wait.
says,
Did the 911 call sound like this? Hello, 911. I'm sorry, sir. Can you speak clearly? Wait, do you have an emergency? What's your location?
So, Samantha Irving, the operator who took the call, says she thought it was a joke when he explained the situation. When he explained the situation, he's like this. He's like, he's like this. He's like, hey, can you send somebody? I got a real
EPP's
problem
almost
here.
dead.
The woman told me that her husband had fallen and that his head was now stuck in her vaginal cavity. I really thought
Vaginal. Pronounce it right.
Thank you so
No,
much.
you gotta
for
say
doing
you
that.
gotta say it's screwed up. I really
Vaginal.
thought that it was a group of teenagers making a prank call. Despite Miss Irving's doubts, she sent an ambulance on the site. And the paramedics rapidly realized that the situation was in fact very serious.
Okay, we're clipping this for Instagram.
Bill Austin, one of the paramedics who transported the couple, claims they were lying naked on their bed and partially covered in blood. The woman kept screaming out in pain whenever the guy moved. But he had half of his face buried in there, and he looked like he was going through hell.
Is this real?
The couple was transported to the nearby Hale County
This isn't
Hospital,
the Onion, right?
where doctors were able to separate the couple. Miss Morrison suffered from severe internal bleeding, but is now stable.
You think?
While her husband has suffered only a few scratches and bruises.
Emotional trauma.
Well, according to doctors, both could also suffer from post-traumatic stress syndrome. Incidents like this one are indeed quite unusual, but hundreds of couples are admitted to the hospital every year in the U.S. after getting stuck together during
Somehow.
sexual intercourse.
Oh, there's a whole show, Sex Sent Me to the ER, I think, right?
According to data collected by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 3,213 couples were hospitalized for such problems across the country in 2015 and 3,789 in 2016. According to the same data, the Morrisons are the first couple to be hospitalized for a head stuck inside a vaginal cavity since October
Vaginal.
2007. No, I'm not saying it that way. Because this is a horrible... Inside a
Can you guys see the
vaginal
screen?
cavity since October 2007.
Can you guys see the screen?
So it has happened before.
How does...
And We're not talking about all the times that it happens.
Watch this.
And they don't need the hospital to go, or they don't need to go to the hospital.
This is one of my favorite vines.
Okay.
This happened so quickly.
Well, the appendix was most likely burst due to pressure during sex.
Sex!
During sex.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like one of those reenactments.
Iridocyclitis.
So I bring
That's
the
what you have.
news.
Right? Yeah, you did. Oh my
Ow.
goodness,
The
dude.
vaginal cavities.
I'm
Yeah.
in a lot of pain.
The
I-
vaginal
How do you
monologue.
think she felt?
I couldn't breathe for like 3 minutes. I was just.
You
I
know
was
laughing
leaning
inflames his diverticulitis.
Along with
Oh, my
good thing he
goodness.
wasn't eating popcorn too.
Yeah, that would really, we'd be in some serious trouble right
Really
now.
inflame the problem. Yeah. So I bring the news. I brought it.
Yeah, you
today. I know.
Dude,
I might even have more, and I don't even know it. That's how stupid I am.
how crazy is that?
Dude,
I have so many questions.
I have a lot of questions. I don't want any of them answered. You know what I mean? Like I just.
I'm ending it.
Oh. Okay.
That was it, huh?
I thought that was a great podcast. I thought that was a good place.
Oh,
I agree. I agree.
yeah. Screw it. We're done here.
Our work is finished here. Deal with
Mic
it.
drop.
Phone drop. Deal with it.
Picks it up, checks it to make sure the screen's not